Good evening, folks. Welcome to another Warhammer Age of Sigmar Battle Report featured by Semi-Casual Gaming with your host, Nathan. I am doing the second trilogy of battle reports with the Legions of Nagash, led by Arkhan the Black, going up against the Ogor Mawtribes one more time. So, tonight we're going to be doing a Battle for the Past scenario, which, as you see, I've got it lined up here. I figured I'll just do this really quick. You know how the points go. Basically, at the end of each turn, you get 1 point if it's in your personal territory, 2 points for each of the middle objectives, and 4 points if it's the opposite or the opponent's territory. So, the lists that we're going to be looking at, again, a really quick rundown. Obviously, we've got Arkhan the Black with his support, the Necromancer, 30 skeletons with spears, 20 zombies, 2 Morghast Archai, the ones that have the 5-up Feel No Pain versus Mortal Wounds. Switched them out this time for the Halberds, seeing if they can hopefully do more of a punch this time. So, and in this corner, we've got the Tyrant with the Butcher support, 6 Gluttons, 4 Ironguts, 4 Leadbelchers, 4 Frost Sabres. They'll be the Meatfist Mawtribes this time. They will still be the ground host from Nagash. So, alright, we're going to go ahead and roll really quick to see who gets to go first, and then we'll do deployment, and then the first turn. So, red dice is Ogres, blue dice is Legions of Nagash. Alright, Legions of Nagash, turn 1, and deployment, here we go. Alright, deployment, we've got skeletons up in the front with Necromancer in between to support that, and the zombies sitting in the middle. Arkahn not dead center, just off to the side, with the Morghast sitting over here to take on that flank. On the opposite side, we've got Saber Tusks, Frost Sabres, Ironguts, Butcher, Tyrant, Leadbelchers, and Gluttons. So, and then just as a quick recap, full list will be in the comments below. So, alright, heading into top of 1 Nagash. Alright, middle of 1, so basically magic, of course they're powerful spells aren't in range, so Necromancer tried to cast Dance Macabre and missed, and then Arkahn casted Mystic Shield 3 times, it failed 2. The only one that went off was on the Morghast, so there's a little white chip over there to remind me that they have Mystic Shield on them. Otherwise, they just moved up. He shuffled up behind the terrain, not that it really affects him any. The skeletons ran forward, but didn't get enough to actually get within range to claim the objective, so they're just going to sit right outside of the amount needed. The Necromancer scooted forward, and I left the zombies to stay put because they just seem to just die too quick, so let's not put them in harm's way as fast as possible. So, end of the Nagash turn, so they've got 1, 2, 3 points. So, heading into bottom of 1, Ogres. Bottom of 1, very exciting here. So, Butcher cast Bloodfeast, and it went on to the Gluttons. Arkahn actually failed to dispel. I'll move the chip over by them for a reminder. Everybody moved forward. The Saber Tusks ran. They're now in control of that objective. They kind of stayed back just to see where they need to go. The Ironguts, I mean. Butcher scooted forward. Everybody else kind of moved forward. Leadbelchers shot up a few shots. Actually managed to do 2 wounds to one of the Morghasts. So will be the one further in back. I just didn't want to reach across the table. And the Gluttons attempted to do a long charge, and using their skull banner to reroll a charge, they still failed the charge by 2 inches. So they stayed put and chose not to charge the Tyrant because that would be the time when he would get pulverized. But so we're going to go ahead and call it the end of turn 1. They control 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're actually a whole boatload of them are within the 6 inches of that objective. So either way, it will be 5, 2, 3 for the Ogres to Nagash. So let's roll off, see who goes next. Alright, it's another Nagash turn, so we're going to go ahead and go. Top of 1, under. Okay, middle of 2 Legions of Nagash. So the skeletons moved forward, charged into the Frost Sabres, and killed them just flat out. I mean, they only got 11 wounds through to them, but the Saber Tusks couldn't make a 6-up save to save their life. However, they pulled the Ironguts in, and was kind of the plan for them, but the Ironguts hit really hard and killed 15 in one swing. So they're going to have to use their command point to do insane bravery to keep them around to tie up the Ironguts for one round longer. However, more interesting fact, Arkhan the Black's Curse of Years went off onto the Gluttons, as you see there, no more, and did 13 wounds. I rolled 1, 6 in the first roll, and then it was a 5, and then it was a 6, and then it got down to the point where I just kept rolling one dice after another, after another. Eventually ended at 13 wounds. So the Morghasts charged in there and cleaned up the rest, did exactly 12 wounds, and wiped out the rest of that unit. So Gluttons are gone, Frost Sabres are gone, and the Skeletons have Dance Macabre that got off on them, and were able to poke the Ironguts back for 2 wounds. And he's up here because he's supposed to be there, but he doesn't quite fit because Ogres are FAT. So he's actually technically in that spot. So works for me. Alright, let's see if the Ogres can reply back. In the meantime, they actually now have 5 points, so that puts them 8 to the Ogres 5. So, bottom of 2, Ogres. And bottom of 2, Ogres punch back. So, magic was a miss. He didn't even get his spell off. And then shooting the Leadbelchers actually put a few more wounds into the Morghast. As you see, they're no longer there. We'll see so shortly. Tyrant actually hit with one of his pistol shots, but it got deflected by armor. You're dead. So that Leadbelcher died. And basically those two both got a 7-inch charge, went into the Morghasts. The Tyrant punched through, killed one, almost killed the other. Then that Morghast fought back, did 6 wounds. It killed one light Leadbelcher and wounded the other. Those 3 Leadbelchers punched back and barely did the last 2 wounds left to kill off that second Morghast. However, in my hubris, I forgot to have the Ironguts go first because they wouldn't have been attacked back. And so the Skeletons popped through and actually managed to kill an Irongut. The Ironguts returned fire and knocked out all but 2, which of course, again, being cheeky and such, using up my command point for my second command point for them to stick around. Because, if I happen to get the Nagash turn again, they'll get recharged a few more bodies, and we'll see if they do anything. So, with that being said, I forgot to measure if these guys are within 6 inches or not. So let's find out. Yes, they are. So 1, 2. Yep. So they reclaimed control of that. They're still within 6 with the butcher there, and he is definitely close enough. I kept Arkahn within 6 just in case they fell out, just so he could stay on there. But nope. So they get 5 points again. So it is 10 to 8. And now we're going to roll off for a third turn, as I'm going to shake the camera horribly trying to roll the dice. Oh. Ogres, top of 3. I think that's going to spell disaster for the undead. Those poor guys just can't get a break. Top of 3, Ogres. Okay, middle of 3 and end of game, because Ironguts decided to go around the Skeletons, made an 11-inch charge, and you don't see it here, but they did exactly enough wounds to kill them without even biting. So all 20 zombies were killed, 1 on the charge, the other 19 with their big hacker things. Skeleton got bit to death. The butcher missed with his cleaver, but ate him, because that's what butchers do. The Tyrant and the Leadbelchers dumped a bunch of firepower into him, got him down to, 5 wounds left, and then his Thunder Mace, the Tyrant attacked first, he got the charge. Tyrant, the Thunder Mace whiffed. The Beast Skewer Glaive got a 6 on one of the hit rolls, which means that the damage profile goes up to a d6. Hits and wounds with both and does 7 wounds to him, and he couldn't save anything for his life. So, or no, he took 5 wounds. He saved 2 deathless minions and took exactly enough wounds to go down. So Arkahn went down without even being able to punch back. And at this point, it's just the Necromancer left on the table to fight off against the rest of the Ogres. So, I mean, he could do a Terrorgheist Screech, try to take out a few Ironguts, but even if he rolled double sixes, he'd only kill 1.5. So I mean, game is over at this point with essentially a tabling of the Legions of Nagash. So, um, just my last thoughts afterwards. Legions of Nagash need an update. They are the oldest codex, and at this point of the release of this video, I know that the Soulblight Grave Lords are hinted to be coming out soon, so I'm really hoping that they really revamp all of this stuff from the Legions of Nagash, because, yeah, I mean, I know my zombies aren't necessarily competitive, but, I mean, I lost all my skeletons basically to 3 Ironguts, and it's just kind of like, they just don't have any punch compared to some of these other books. Like, yeah, I got my 1 Curse of Years off, but I didn't have a chance to get it off a 3rd time to try and take out the Tyrant, which might have saved that flank for him. But yeah, it's kind of it just definitely feels like they just don't have much of a chance right now. So, and it's okay. I think they're 0-4 on all my reports, not to spoiler alert to the other reports, but I think I have yet to win with them, even with bringing out Arkahn. So I don't know what else to do with them. I really don't. At least it also doesn't help. Like, I do think the small table also really impairs the undead by the fact that they can't sit back and pummel with magic and kind of castle themselves a bit. So, but that's okay. They did show up. They did kill half the models, actually more than half of the models off the table. Easy for ogres since they only have about 16 models on the table. So, well, that's the end of this report. I hope you all enjoyed watching this really quick report. I definitely think this is probably my shortest one yet. And then I'm going to take some time. I'm probably going to take the rest of the week or so to wait to record anything else, simply because I need to actually start doing some prep for a end of the month grand tournament for 40k, preparing my orcs to go battle. And I have like 3 models left to paint or put paint on. They all have some paint, just need to finish them up. And actually kind of switch mental gears off of Age of Sigmar to 40k to focus on those things. So I'm going to, take some time, focus on that. I really wish I had a good second army to play so I could feature some 40k reports on here, but until I can get out into the store and meet up with people and actually have like games with other players, I'm kind of limited to doing either Age of Sigmar or Warcry reports. So I think I might start switching over and doing some Warcry just to diversify myself. So, well, thank you guys for listening to my quick little post-game rant. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. I haven't got any comments yet up to this point, so if anyone wants to say something, that would be awesome. If you don't, that's okay. I'm enjoying doing this because this is just for me to have some fun. So, well, you guys have a great night. Thank you, and Nathan is signing off.